What's that?
I've got something for you.
You're gonna love my nuts. Why? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the latest episode of Game Breaker Sports. As always, your boy TK in the house, and you know that if you're watching this, I am not alone. I have the face that runs the place with me. As always, Streetz, how you feeling tonight, bro?
Good. Not live. This is weird. So I have to adjust to the urge to just hit delete and re-record this again when we're in like 5 seconds when I eventually fuck up, but I'm good.
That's good. That's good. You're not gonna fuck up, and if you do fuck up, just pretend that we're live and we're talking in front of people, and the comments are blasting, and we're live on Circle of Debate. We're doing our thing like we always do. But guess what? Last week we talked about, we did it twice, right? We asked if it could be a streak, but we said we needed to do it three times for it to be a streak, and we have for the third fucking week in a row. The three of us back together, streaking, if I might say. Mike Dogg in the house. What's up, brother? How you feeling?
Feeling good. I feel like we're like the Tommy Mansky of podcasts, back to back weeks.
Baby, let's go, man.
We did it.
Bushwhackers are nasty boys, baby. We're born on the bad side, and that means trouble for you, baby.
Oh, we'll stick them in the pits, baby. Put them in the pits right there. Let's go, dude. Spice them up. Oh, shove that head in there. That's what I'm talking about.
Good video for this theme show too here. So,
It's perfect. I wonder if they'll make the Four Horsemen of Tag Team draft when we eventually move over to that. Do you think the Nasty Boys will make that draft?
oh boy.
No.
You don't think they're a top 12 team of all time?
No.
I don't either.
I will pivot to
that's
you.
fair.
You're the tag team guy.
No, they're not. They're hard pressed pushing top 30. Definitely not top 12, or definitely not going to make the Four Horsemen of drafts like we're going to be doing going forward. But folks, we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're watching, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys being there. But you see it on the screen, right? You're not Four Horsemen of Wrestling. That's what we're gonna be doing. It was my guy Mike Dogg's idea going forward. We love to draft, like we always say. And going forward, we're going to do, instead of Mount Rushmore, we're going to do Four Horsemen. And what better way to kick it off than to do the Four Horsemen? Oh, Mongo. Love you, Mongo. But the Four Horsemen of Wrestling drafts. And we'll get there. We're going to do our, we really haven't decided how we're going to do it. Are we going to build a Survivor Series team? Are we going to build like our own faction? Are we going to take the four best wrestlers of all time that we think? I guess we'll get there when we get there, right?
Argue your point. Argue your Four Horsemen.
I'm looking forward to it. I like to just go right there. But we got a lot of other shit to talk about, man. The NBA playoffs are hot and heavy. I know we got a heavy dose of NHL playoff chatter coming right now. I know Mike Dogg's got a lot to say on the NHL playoffs. So we're going to get there. And I know Streetz has got a lot to say about the WNBA season that's kicking off in 9 days from now. So we're gonna get there as well. I'm just kidding. We might sprinkle. But all kidding aside, the NHL playoffs have been fucking lit. Have you guys caught any of the NHL playoffs over the past couple of days?
No.
Haven't missed a minute.
I haven't watched a minute.
No, I have caught a little bit of hockey in the postseason, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a puckhead. It's like they like to be called in Canada, fucking puckheads. Just kidding. They probably don't like that at all.
I thought you had a nickname that I didn't know. I was like, oh, puckheads.
That's how big of a hockey fan you are. You're like, oh, that makes sense.
you sold me on it, bro.
It doesn't seem that bad. Like that's Puckhead. You could think of 1,000 things worse than that. I'm not gonna say that.
Motherfucker.
Like a Canuck. Fuck a Canuck. It's still always fuck a Canuck for sure.
Oh, I had way other ideas, but I'm not gonna. Never mind. Just skip that.
Oh. We're gonna have to twist this to essay after dark quick, huh? Streetz is just in record mode. He's like, I'll edit. I don't give a fuck. No, but the NHL playoffs have been.
I love
have
my
been
Canadians.
Good. Yeah, they've been a good time. We've caught a lot over here the last couple of days. The Avs Stars went to 7. Avs had a 2-0 lead deep into the third period. Stars end up winning that game 4-2. The Jets were down 3-1 with a minute and a half to go. Came back, forced overtime, won in double overtime in Game 7. Come on, dude, that was fucking hot.
Incredible, electric.
It was electric, dude. I'm telling you, So I don't watch much regular season NHL, and I sure as shit don't watch much regular season baseball. But there's something about postseason baseball and postseason hockey that just do it for me.
I'm glad that it does it for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it for me. So, but I'm happy for you.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
You want to know? I will only watch when the Blackhawks are good. That's it. So when they are in the postseason again, will probably the next time I watch hockey in general, whether it's regular season or playoffs, or if the Hawks are good. Otherwise, if there's
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch a game if it's on, but I don't go out of my way for postseason hockey. Postseason baseball, I will. Football, if there's NBA Finals game on, certain playoff games I will in the NBA, but all the championship round, or the Stanley Cup championship, the finals. I'm not going out of my way to watch the finals even. If it's on, I'll watch it, no doubt. But I'm not going to be like, hey, the finals are on, babe. You go watch your shows. Not, But for other sports, that conversation gets brought up.
Yeah, like what's it competing against? That's what it narrows down to.
Well, to me, it's competing with baseball in the NBA playoffs. So I've been doing and The Sopranos. We're rewatching The Sopranos. It's been fucking fantastic. We can't watch
baseball. We can't even watch baseball.
You think people that are always asking for more hockey talk in life are pumped that the only hockey talk we give them is like how we refuse to watch it over anything else? That's the hockey talk you get. That's what you get. You wanted hockey talk? We're gonna tell you how we don't watch it, and that's our debate here. Is we're debating about when it's time to watch the hockey playoffs.
I would argue that the NHL playoffs are the number 2 playoffs in all of sports.
Hell no, to the no, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. The drama, the hitting. There's so much intensity in these games. Any goal could matter. That's why Major League Baseball playoffs are fun too, because any run matters. I guess you can say that in any game, but like it's more intense in the postseason. NBA playoffs are going right now. I've also enjoyed the NBA playoffs thoroughly. I don't know if you guys have caught much of them. Second round just started. The road team has won every game in the second round so far.
Insane.
I don't know when that's happened.
Haven't missed a minute.
I feel the sarcasm there as well.
No, I have been watching a lot of NBA basketball. It's been incredible. It's been absolutely a great postseason so far. Jokic is just incredible to watch, dude. 42-22, stealing game on the road, stealing home court advantage, excuse me. He's just incredible. When he's on, he's just fun.
Yeah, that was good. Jalen Brunson has been a lot of fun to watch the way he put the Pistons away, coming back. They were down like 10 with a couple minutes to go. Came back, he shook Thompson off. Nasty hit the game-winning 3. He came back. He Bridges did a nasty steal in overtime, but they came back. They beat Boston down 20 in game 1. Tyrese Halliburton, last night on the road in Cleveland. They were down 20. They were down 7 with a minute and a half to go. Halley time, baby. Comes back. They win the game 120-119. They go up 2-0 over Cleveland. And listen, I thought that they would roll Cleveland last night. Cleveland was without Darius Garland. They were without Evan Mobley. They were without DeAndre Hunter. So I was like, they're down 3 of their 6 top guys. but Max Strus came to play. He had a great game last night. Jared Allen played well. Donovan Mitchell, huge game last night, man. That kid reminds me so much of Dwayne Wade. It's sick, dude, with a little bit better shot. Dwayne Wade is a better player, obviously, but Spider reminds me a lot of Dwayne Wade, but he just couldn't. Dude, the Pacers are physical. And I didn't realize that the Pacers were 35-15 to end the season, while the Cavs were like 34-16. So they were very similar records to end the year. Pacers match up with them very well, up 2-0 on the road going home. The Pacers are going to win that series.
Yeah, because Cavs are missing 3 of their top 6 guys. You mentioned it, and then be like, well, the Pacers just gave it to them. No, if the Cavs win in that, they gave it to them. Well, you're missing 3 of your top 6 guys. And listen, Halliburton was voted most overrated player by his peers.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be motivating. He's like, no. He's like, fuck you. If a team's missing half of its starters, I can beat that team.
I'm just happy for Halliburton's dad, who tied one on at Chili's last night, probably after that one.
He's probably tweeting at Giannis and his fucking fake accounts and shit. Yeah, it was fun. That was a fun game. The playoffs, the playoffs in general have been fun. We got a couple more. We got 4 more games tonight. The Warriors went on the road, and they got an upset victory over Minnesota last night. Steph went down in the first quarter, so they played really well.
Remember the
Mike Dogg said.
Trade deadline show, by the way? That's exactly what I said they were going for, and they got. And that's turned that team now. Watch out. I
was dead wrong. You were right. I said, what the fuck was the point of that trade? And it made no sense to me.
You get a motivated Jimmy Butler, like who wants to actually try and play and be Jimmy Butler again, and that's a whole different Warriors team then. Can't use the Heat Jimmy Butler. Like the one who's just half-assing it, trying to get the hell out of that.
Well, the Heat Jimmy Butler is the same Jimmy Butler that beat the Bucks when they were an 8 seed. Like he's the same Jimmy Butler who took the Celtics. Well, I get what you're saying. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
But 2-3 years ago, Jimmy Butler was a dog.
That's who they wanted to go get. That's who they were hoping would come back, was that dog.
He looks the part. Him and Buddy Hield have a very fun relationship as well. I don't know if you guys have caught any of that shit talk between those two. But like Jimmy fucking pranked him last night. He put the wrong shorts in his locker. So Buddy went out to the floor and they got to delay a game. Buddy had to go back to the locker room and change his shorts and shit. Just little stuff like that. But I don't know, Mike Dogg, you think it's going to end up being Denver in the Dubs? We talked about this a few weeks ago, right? We said Denver, the Lakers, the Warriors. Those were the top 3 teams. Do you think it's going to end up? Who do you think is going to end up in the conference finals?
First of all, I just want to say 10 years ago today, Jimmy Buckets won Most Improved Player on your Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
But back to your question, I have a healthy chunk of money riding on the Nuggets to win the West and win it all. And when they fired their coach, I basically, ripped up that ticket and was just like, oh, awesome. This is great news for a guy who has futures on him. But you never know. You can get some injury luck. I'm not even talking shit. Like the Timberwolves are about to face the Dubs without Steph. And don't get me wrong, they played him the first game. But I don't know. I feel like Anthony Edwards is going to come out and show him why he's probably the best player in this series in game 2, So
prove why he's the guy that when Steve Kerr said, I'm not taking you number 1 overall. You don't work hard. Get back at Kerr on that one. I love, now that they're playing each other, that quote popping up again all over.
Well, Ant has an opportunity to do what we discussed in the past, Streets, and that's be the face of the NBA. All right, we said a foreigner. I know he doesn't want to be the face, but hey, man, sometimes you get thrust into that role. I said when we talked about them, Ant's got that same set of attributes that MJ and Kobe had. All right, his balls are on a different level than a guy like LeBron's balls. All right. Ant's got those fucking huge, massive balls. And if he can somehow get through Golden State, injury or not to Steph, and then go through Denver or Oklahoma City and get to the finals, he's well on his route. Because I'll tell you what, I don't give a shit if Boston wins the championship 2 years in a row. Jason Tatum is not it. He is not the face of the NBA. He's not him. And I don't know, maybe you guys feel differently than me, but there's something about him that's just soft and it's missing.
Let's see if I don't know if it'll work. Let's see here.
Tatum's incredible for the record. He's probably he's pretty incredible.
He's a top 6 player, but he's not the face of the NBA.
Hold on here. You guys keep talking. I'm going to try.
He wasn't even the face of his own fucking team.
If Tatum beats LeBron in the playoffs the last 2 years, people are hyping Tatum in the East because that's part of the narrative here. You know why people like Anthony Edwards right now? Why is he hot shit? He went on the run last year. I'm not saying he didn't, but then he also fucking just put it to LeBron and the Lakers. And LeBron is hated by 80-90% of NBA fans for whatever reason. You could list a litany of reasons why, you know. But the people that love LeBron hate Steph Curry and the Dubs. So if Anthony Edwards beats Steph Curry and the Dubs, the people that hated on him last are going to be like, well, at least he took out the Dubs too. And he's going to be loved by everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
I just think I don't know why this won't work. But anyways, I tried to do the slide where I did remember where I did the NBA slides for the face of the NBA thing?
I wonder if Mike would notice the SGA slide.
that was pretty good. But Tatum has 0 shot because if I gave him a complete black empty bar on charisma, 0, none. Like watching paint dry. When you talking to like Jason Tatum has no shot, no matter how good he is at being the face. He'll just be like that good guy, top 5, top 10 player. Never will be the guy they plaster.
Well, like look at him on Team USA. I mean, Steve Kerr barely gave him minutes. There wasn't for a reason. It's because he's not authoritative. He doesn't have that ball set.
Who did I put on the picture of the SGA? Oh,
Darius Miles. No,
it was same era.
I recognize him.
Nobody, because that was the joke. So Streetz did like a few different player profiles, and for SGA, he put I can't remember who it was, but he put a different picture of SGA as SGA's picture because he's saying that was his thing. He's not recognizable. It doesn't matter. Like you can do all you want, but no one actually knows what this cat looks like.
You might,
wouldn't have got
you
me.
would. Maybe. No, you're right. The select few though, like the national public though, if I would just put that on a billboard somewhere, like they would think that's SGA. They'd be like, "Oh, look, that's SGA. He's having a fantastic year, first player ever to win." And
that's
MVP
not SGA. Of the league. Free throw merchant. Everyone hated James Harden for free throw baiting. SGA does it better than fucking almost as good as James Harden, but he don't get no hate like that. I like him. Don't get me wrong.
I like SGA. He's the only. I think it's like the first guy to ever. That's leading. Like I know Tim's going to say the rebounds and the blocks and everything from Jokic, and that's fine for MVP. That's a fair point. But I think SGA is the first player ever in the history of the NBA to lead the entire league in offensive win shares and defensive win shares, like both ends of the court from his position. He's just phenomenal.
But I'll say this though, realistically, if you watch the Thunder, he's like their third best defender. That's not taken away from him. He might even be fourth if you use Caruso off the bench, but I'm not going to do that. But like realistically, SGA is a great defender, and I'm not saying he is, but this win share bullshit because he's playing with fucking Chet behind him. I'm just saying, like that, I think he's phenomenal. I have no problem with him winning MVP this year. I just think, at what point do we change the precedent that's been set of, well, we're talking value over best player? Because don't get me wrong, I think Jokic is both the most valuable and the best player. Like I don't think it's that close. But when do we change the precedent of like everyone's like it's not always the best player that wins? Well, why don't we change that? Why can't we rally and change that? It's okay. We fucked up before. You're right. Bron should have got more. Jordan should have got more. We know that. Kobe should have got more. Shaq should have got more than I think Shaq only has one. Did you watch Shaquille O'Neal play fucking basketball? He has one MVP. Oh, he wasn't most valuable. You're not putting the value. It's bullshit.
You're spitting. I love it because that is the debate. It's the name of your stupid award and how like most valuable or best player, and that's where like this huge fucking firestorm of debate comes from on that. Just Change it. Take it most outstanding player or something. That's what it should be.
Jokic is the MVP or the MOP. I don't give a shit what you say. Dude.
100%.
It doesn't matter how you want to cut that fucking cookie. That cookie is being cut with Jokic as it. Like
it's Jokic fatigue in a sense.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that's gonna cause it. So
Embiid shouldn't have got that fucking MVP over him. Jokic should be like on a 5-year MVP run with the Finals MVP in between. Something like we've never seen before.
I argued Luka last year. I'll be honest with you, but I think Jokic should have had Embiid's the year before. But I thought Luka had a nasty year last year. I think he was like 33, like 9-9, or 33, 10-9, or something that last year where it was worth it.
My favorite part of him is like
no
fate. He does not want to be the fate. He just wants to play that game, get out, go drink some beers, and dance at a nightclub in his home country somewhere, and that's it.
He doesn't love basketball.
He's fucking awesome. Is Jokic a top 15 player of all time?
If he's not, he's about to be.
I don't know how you can't. I mean, if you're gonna just ding him because he's still playing, he's got to be.
I mean, there's at least 5 centers I have above him right now. That's centers, and he's a center.
That's why I'm asking.
Right?
Right. Because
so we're going to have 6 or 7 centers in your top 15?
You got Kareem.
The thing is,
what
I'm thinking about, though,
Russell, you got Shaq, you got Hakeem, you got Jokic. So do you take Jokic or Hakeem?
I'm taking Hakeem.
It's fucking tough, dude. It's such a different skill.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying you're bad.
I'm like inclined to take Jokic. I fucking might have. It's crazy to think about. Like Jokic or Shaq. Shaq can't shoot. I'd probably take Jokic. The way he can fucking run.
I might
shoot.
How about this? I might take Jokic, but if you put them one-on-one in their prime, I think Shaq's housing Jokic. Shaq's going 40-20 on his head. I'm just being honest.
I can see Jokic just shaking Shaq all over the place, dude. Like just big Euro body shugging fucking. I don't know, man.
He's not going to out-rebound him, and he's not going to out-muscle him on the offensive end, though. Shaq's going to get his 40 and abuse that man down there because Jokic ain't like a great defender. He's a right place savvy guy, and I'm not saying he's not like people shit on him for his defense too, and I'm like he's not a bad defender. He's just not a good defender. But I don't know. I think Shaq bodies him if they play one-on-one prime. And I love Jokic. I love watching him play. I'd seen a tweet one time. It said, and forgive me for not sharing the tweet's name, the guy, but he said Jokic looks like a dad playing pool basketball with his kids, just doing the up and unders, the sick passes over their heads. And I was like, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what he fucking looks like. He's just because he's not super athletic. You know, he can't jump over a fucking phone book. You know, like he's smarter. He's great. He has his vision is second to none. I just think he's never had anybody in his face at being 7 foot for his passing. His vision is just insane.
It's so good. Yeah, it's just a tough question. And obviously, like to me, Kareem's the third best player of all time. So you know, I gotta go Kareem. Will change the game, but I feel like just different time, right? Like different era. Like, couldn't Shaq have put up 120 in Wilt's day? Like,
maybe. I mean, Wilt was like a long jump champion in the Olympics and shit like that. He was not just like he was a special talent. Like special talent succeeds in any generation, I believe. And I think Wilt is one of those guys that would be a beast now, like he was 70 years ago, 70, 60 years ago.
So Jokic wins 3 more MVPs, another ring. I mean, like, what does it take?
Oh, he's in my top 5.
Yeah,
but that's a big, strong. I think I would need 2 more. I think you need to have at least 3 titles and another MVP if he's going to hop into my top 5. Period. That's just me. But he could be my top 10 easy. He's fun to watch. He's one of the funnest offensive players I've ever seen. I used to say stuff like KD was an offensive player. James Harden does dish the ball, but KD would have scoring and Jordan would have scoring. But Jokic, he's just incredible with the ball and offense. It's just uncanny how he finds the perfect pass. And he's hitting you right in your shooting motion. He's just incredible. Oh, man, he's fun to watch.
So this is a good segue, actually. I had a question for you fellas. You know, we just talked about Anthony Edwards being loved because he eliminated a certain somebody round 1. He's playing a certain somebody round 2. Whose era is this truly? All right. Is it Steph Curry's era or is it LeBron's era? If Steph gets another ring this year, I don't think he will, but if he gets another ring this year, does he solidify this as his era? Does he put that stamp on it? Like whose era do you guys think this truly is? LeBron's, all those records, or is it Steph's and changing the game the way he did?
Ooh.
So how long is an era? That's what I'm trying to figure out in my head. This is the question because it can't. I'm gonna say this is Steph's era. LeBron's era ended like 13, 14 years into his career when he got.
Wasn't that Kobe's era though?
Era.
Wasn't that
We're
Kobe's
in Jokic's era?
Ooh.
We're in Jokic's era.
We could
He's
be
all
now.
playing
We
with
could
us.
very well be in Jokic's era now.
He's in from the last 4 years on. He's got a solid 4-year run as the best player in basketball right now, right? 4 years, you can maybe even argue 5. So right now, he's the best player in basketball for half a decade. Now, if you want to go 2015 to 2020, that's a Steph run. But if you're going to go 03 to 2015, it was probably LeBron on a monster fucking run. No, he was better than Kobe. Was Kobe a beast? Sure. That's when we valued awkward over 3 guys shots more than efficiency. As we've learned more about efficiency through all sports and analytics, LeBron is better. Always has been. You can maybe argue a year here and there. Tim Duncan, early on in Bron's career, sure. A Kobe year here, sure. But Bron throughout probably 12 straight seasons probably had 10. So that's his era, 10 out of those 12 years, maybe 9 out of 12, still a dominant run. There's multiple eras, and I think Steph had his era because the 3-point explosion era was just the Celtics shot 60 fucking threes the other night when they lost. They missed 45 threes. Who the fuck shoots 45 threes? Who misses 45 threes? This is just a crazy era of basketball. Thanks Steph Curry. Good or bad, it's
NBA record.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's a tough question. I mean, LeBron's still out there blowing it up. 25, 10 and 10 games, 28, 10 and 10 games. I saw Steph drop 8 threes and a half the other day. It's crazy that they're both doing what they're doing at this level. I think you're right. I think it's definitely Jokic's era currently that we're living in. Since the 2020 COVID year, I remember they beat the Clippers to get to the conference finals, and I was like, the fuck are the Nuggets going to the conference finals? That was just weird to me, but clearly Jokic wasn't fucking around. He hasn't stopped fucking around. LeBron stuff.
2003 to 2013, LeBron's era. But he planted himself as the face of the NBA at that point. But then right there through 2020 is Steph. And now the 2020s, like you just said, now it's Jokic's era. That's how I'll timeline this for myself. So they all kind of intertwine.
You're a couple years early on Curry, I'm telling you. He was still a sleeping giant in 13, 14 up till 15. 15 was the big breakout where everyone was like, oh, okay, all right. Because he was still a sleeper pick for me when I used to play 2K. He was still in an 88 overall, and that's a sleeper pick considering, But he was just wet with the 3, insane. He's cheat code. He's a video game cheat code. He's what you make on video games. I'm just going to make this guy shoot from anywhere, 100 threes. Yoink!
But it's not even a far stretch. It's real. That's the crazy part. So,
and LeBron was great in Steph's. I'm calling it Steph's era. But if you go look at LeBron's number from 2015 to that 2020, he won the bubble title. Fuck that title. But anyways,
that doesn't count.
But still, his numbers were insane.
LeBron should have been the Finals MVP. Yeah, he should have been the Finals MVP the year that they lost. They got swept to the Warriors. He should have been the Finals MVP.
I could buy either one. That's fine. It's tough. It's closer than I think people would think, and that's why it's a good question. I know though, you've been. So LeBron's second best player of all time. We've talked, I've said, we all know it, but Man, the Kobe passing had you like catapult Kobe though, a little bit more than you previously had him ranked though. Where's Kobe now all time for you?
Same spot, like 8, 9, 10 range, 8 to 10
Ooh.
range for sure.
See, 8.
I still,
I thought you
could
had
argue,
him way higher
that
after
Tim,
that.
I could argue Tim Duncan was better than Kobe. To be honest with you, I
Well,
feel
it would be a
like
hard
I
argument.
really
I think
could.
he was.
Well, Tim Duncan was. I thought you put him higher from after the whole helicopter thing. You look back.
Oh,
like, oh
get,
man.
my name's not Justin Hamilton. It didn't change my life or anything along those lines. All right.
No. I'm not talking
I'm
about
just
that.
kidding, dude.
I'm talking
I named my
about where he
dog
ranked
Kobe.
all time.
No, I
could've
got
sworn you had him higher than.
no,
after
I
that.
got no. My top 10 hasn't changed much. It's Michael, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Larry. I got Wilt in there, and then Kobe, Duncan, Russell, Shaq and Hakeem are 10, 11. But Jokic is like right there. So, and Steph. So I was gonna ask you guys, like, where's Steph all time? Like, we're talking all time greats. Like, we're like, where does Steph pencil in when it's all said and done? So all those guys, I'm like, because like you could argue that Steph's the best point guard of all time. So that naturally takes Magic from my 4 spot and puts him where? Like, it's so tough to put the list together. I can't wait to do our fucking 4 horsemen of it.
That's the so oh fuck. So that's the kicker. So where the how do you not squeeze Steph in when you do top 10, 11, 12 players now? It's hard to not squeeze him in. Crazy.
Yeah, but where does Ovechkin rank in hockey?
I have no clue.
Ooh, man.
I'm just kidding because we could talk basketball so hard, and then our hockey talk. I'm sorry for our hockey talk. We're gonna get better with that. Probably not this year. Definitely not next year, but someday.
I was actually saying last
gotta
night
be 2.
while I was watching the game, I said if somehow the Capitals can figure out a way to win the championship this year, is there ever been a fucking way to retire? And I don't know that Ovi's retiring. I would think he'd have to, but take the all-time record in goals and win a Stanley Cup. I mean, that's got to be the baddest ass way to fucking retire.
Yeah. He's not retiring. He's gonna. I think he gets one more. This guy's he's like the epitome of the middle-aged.
He's gonna go home
male.
and play in Russia.
Yeah, like you see I just broke the goal record, and then you just see him standing there. They're interviewing him after the game, and he's just fucking crushing Bud Lights while he's on the interview. Like, yeah, I got the goal record now. Gut hanging out. Like, that is the middle-aged man dream right there. Screw it. Beer gut, broke the goal record.
Peak male performance.
He's my one. That is, yeah. So you know what? Fuck it. Ovi is my one. Hands down. There you go.
The greatest hockey player?
Yep, that because of that right there. I'm putting him one.
And this is why we don't talk hockey.
Nothing to do with hockey itself.
Would you guys say that Ovechkin and Jokic have a lot of similar traits?
By the way, I never even saw Gretzky.
No.
Like, I was too young for Gretzky, so I don't fucking know. Like, was he that good? Probably. So it seems like it has a lot of points, but I didn't really see him play.
Well, his next forecheck will be his first forecheck. He said he played a lot at the blue line, didn't like to get physical. I'll say this, he played on a loaded team in the 80s in the Oilers, and then Gretzky left in, I forget what year it was. The next year, they didn't win it all, but the year after that, they won it all, again, without Gretzky. So, I mean, 18 months after you leave, they win a title. Were you that great, or were you part of a cog? You know, just a great cog. Just throwing that out there. But this is probably why we don't talk hockey, because now I'm on the great one.
You just told me something. I had no idea, dude.
I'll get my 4 horsemen of hockey. I can just give them to you right now. Ovechkin 1, Patrick Kane 2, Jonathan Taves 3, and Duncan Keith 4. There you go. Done.
There it
is. I'm in inverse order of that one.
All time finished.
I'm gonna say Ovechkin can go fuck himself, and I'm gonna add Marion Hosta to the list, and that'll be my 4.
All right. I can see. I dig that.
The 4 horsemen of the Blackhawks 2010s run. 2010s, 2000.
35 minutes into a wrestling podcast, we just got into hockey.
All right. You guys want to? Do you want to play the clip, Streetz?
Which clip? Oh, we're doing which clip?
Yeah, let's swing over to wrestling.
like,
Mike's guy, his favorite wrestler of all time, CM Punk.
Phil, love that guy.
Yes. All right. But it's time. It's time. We
had a
doing
banger
hockey.
Monday Night Raw with him.
Talk on it if you want, bro. You're the one. You watched it. Speak on it.
I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah, we're good.
This dude, the face that runs this place is such a wrestling fan nowadays that I wouldn't be surprised to see Roman Reigns and CM Punk on his fucking 4 horsemen of this wrestling draft coming up right now.
It depends. We'll see.
But all right, let's get to it. Let's get to our 4 horsemen of drafts as our inaugural one. This was all Mike Dogg's idea. Do you want to? Why are we doing 4 horsemen, Mike Dogg? Well, you're on mute.
You're on mute. You got to repeat all that.
Because I was on fucking mute, that's why. Because everyone does Mount Rushmores. And everyone does drafts. And we like wrestling. I specifically love old school wrestling. 4 Horsemen, one of the greatest factions of all time. I said, why don't we make a 4 Horsemen of everything? And of all different types of topics to draft. And to kick it off, Tim, the great guy that he is, says we should do the 4 Horsemen of greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
Woo! There we go. Is he going to make the list? Are you going to take yes himself?
There'll be plenty of DBs on my list, but they'll only be douchebags and not Daniel Bryan's.
Attaboy. And if you guys caught the last show where we did our 2025 NFL's future draft, then you know how lit our horse race was to start the show. We're coming off the Kentucky Derby. We got more horse racing right here on Game Breaker Sports. I'll go ahead. I'll share the screen, and it's very fundamental. Whoever wins gets first pick.
What happened to the Preakness? Why is the Preakness? Nobody gives a shit about it anymore. What happened?
I didn't give a shit about the Kentucky Derby.
Neither did I, but I'm saying why does no horse that wins the Derby no more runs the Preakness? Like, what's going on?
Wait, really? I thought the Triple Crown was a thing.
No, he's definitely running the Preakness.
No, it's already. I saw it today. He's not. The horse is not running the Preakness. Be back for Belmont or something. Yeah, but this is it's happened now a few times in the last few years. That's why I was wondering if anybody. I do not know anything about horse racing, but why the Preakness has become like the. No thanks.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing with horse racing was the horse was supposed to get the Triple Crown and then got put down or something.
Yep.
Like
no, you don't get put down. You get studded, where someone just sits there and jerks you off for a living because you got fucking the most expensive nut in the land now.
What a fucking life, dude! That's all you got to do is win the Triple Crown.
Oh yeah, no, you're like studded. You're a prize horse, dude. You have to breed and just breed. That's it. They use you to breed and create new racehorses. And
it's an event. So one of my buddy's friends, uncle's cousin's sister's friend, American Pharaoh, who won the Derby, I think like a decade ago, on a big ass, is a stud. They had like an event. He's a horse trainer, and they have an event where they go stud it up with another horse, and people stand and watch it. It's like fucking horse porn. I'm not even lying to you. It's an event to see the fucking horse stud. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
We are,
but it's an event.
Society.
Well,
that's been going on for hundreds of years, right? Yeah.
I was gonna say bestiality is actually a thing. That's a major topic on your Pornhubs and whatnot. Is from what I hear, not from personal search.
I only go on Twitter, so.
Shit!
I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's get to this race. Are you boys ready for this race?
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna shuffle. Let's just do it. I shuffled. Fuck me. All right. One shuffle. What the fuck? Oh, let's do it. Let's do a normal speed. All right. Let's go. Sorry, the suspense is dying here. Start your rush. Let's go. All right. Good luck, gentlemen. Mike Dogg's at the top of the
Let's
screen.
get it.
We got Streetz right there. TK's to follow. All right. Streetz is off to a hot
Rough
start.
start out the gates.
Oh, look at that red jersey down. Oh, shit. Look at that red jersey. He's fucking flying.
There we
Is
go,
that
Mike Dogg.
Mike Dogg taking the lead.
Making a run. Stretch the lead, Mike. Let's go.
Oh, man, this isn't horses. This is football players. We need horses. We were just talking about horse racing. We need to get some horses going here. Oh, second.
Move.
I don't want to be bitch. Come on, give me number one. Give me Stone Cold. Stone Cold. No.
Yeah,
Mike
right.
Dogg.
Damn,
Mike Dogg
Streetz
is
out
going
there
number one 2 times
pulling
in a
Aaron
row.
Rodgers running on the field with the Jets, apparently. He's done.
Let's go, Mike Dogg.
He's the
Mike Dogg.
who was the Packers receiver in Madden who hurt himself?
He got a burst. Go, Mike Dogg. Finish strong. Finish strong. High step. On the way in. Dion.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Two-
Fuck!
2 weeks in a row.
I think you can. This is done.
All
Streetz
right.
tore his ACL. He's just crawling at this point. So
All right, that was fun. Mike Dogg, 2 weeks in a row on the clock first.
Well, when we talked about
Oh, he
doing
won
this,
last
I
week, too?
said,
He did.
man,
Actually,
Mike in the 100-yard races.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first.
Oh, that's awesome.
when we talked about doing this, though, I said I didn't want one. I feel like, but because I know who I want is not going to be waiting there at 6. So that's unfortunate. We'll just say that right now. And as the old school wrestling fan in the house, I'm a little older than the boys here. Started my wrestling time a little sooner, ended it much sooner. But I'm an old school guy. And there's a guy that made wrestling what it is today. I don't care what you say about him. He's a piece of shit. That's fine. You're absolutely right. He's had a weird turnoff. It's been a rough fucking decade for this guy. Maybe a decade and a half. But I'm going to take the fucking Hulkster. And that's all I'm going to say. Hulk Hogan is a 1-1 in any fucking draft. And if he's not, you're fucking just wrong.
There it is. You're fucking just wrong. And I simulated the first round out in my head. It didn't really matter what order we got. If we got 1, I feel like I knew who Streetz was going to take. 2, 3, I feel like I was confident I was going to end up with my guy regardless at 2. And if you know me, I go back and forth. I flip-flop. But, man, I was there. WrestleMania 13. I was in the crowd. Bret Hart whacked my fucking grandpa, dude. But it made somebody that night. Arguably the greatest wrestler of all time. The game changer himself. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Give me Austin at number 2 in my first round pick.
I didn't know we were taking Hollywood Blondes in this draft, but here we are. I guess if it doesn't work, try something different. But that's the goal for sure.
His run was, like I said, I flip-flop on this. Hogan, what he did as both a face and a heel, like Hogan made wrestling what it was, right? Like Hogan got people into wrestling in the first place. And then Hogan's heel turn in WCW revolutionized that company and put a huge fucking stomp on WWE for over 90 weeks, almost over 80 weeks. Like Hogan's probably the GOAT. Let's be real. Like, and when it's all said and done, accomplishments. He main evented the 8 out of the first 9 WrestleManias. I mean, he's probably in Austin's run, like Mike just said. I didn't know we were drafting Hollywood Blondes. It's a fair statement because Austin's run was just from 98 to 2001. It's fucking crazy to think about. Like, but he probably sold more T-shirts than anybody. He might have sold more tickets than anybody. But at the end of the day, his run was only from 98 to 2001. That's a very, very short run, which is why I do agree with my guy Mike Dogg here that Hogan is unequivocally the GOAT.
Enough said.
Yeah, we could have just skipped the first round, I'm guessing. I mean, we could have probably put each one of there in there. Yeah, you might as well have just.
Should I just do that?
So we could have just, that's what I mean. We could have just skipped the first round because obviously I was taking HBK. That my GOAT. That's everything from in ring, out of the ring, charisma, personality, blah 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 blah. He had it all. Like you just said, right? Hogan, NWO, pushed WWF to do something which probably saved wrestling when this all went down. Then between DX and Austin and then The Rock and all this stuff that happened, and it's a whole other podcast because we could talk an hour about that. But that's not even just it for me for HBK. I think a lot of people, just like you just said, they think this small little window from like 95 through 98 for HBK. But when he came back at SummerSlam to take on Triple H after being off for years, the 2 herniated discs, getting cleaned, the whole 9 yards, that might have been a better run than he had in the 90s in ring. And I don't think a lot of people saw it. And that's just the crazy part about it. Ruthless Aggression by far is the best era. And to me, so in WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it at the time, history, just banger matches that he put on when he got back out there. So, yep, it was easy for me for HBK. But that was the most predictable thing on planet Earth for the three of us right there. That's why we could have just skipped the first round.
If we go 4 horsemen of wrestling intro music, does it go just like this but in verse order? HBK, Stone Cold, Hulk, maybe?
I am a real American.
Because it's electric when it gets going good. When the crowd's into it and it's going good, I Am a Real American hits super fucking. Dun, 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 dun. It hits
you
hard.
put All American on at 2 a.m. at a fucking local bar, okay? And you let me tell you how that fucking thing hits, all right?
Depends what neighborhood you're in, not in Brookfield.
Yeah. I guess you're right. For sure. But
great pick with
Streetz,
HBK.
This is tough because now we come into the realm of what is the 4? This is just the best 4, or do I want to form like a I got this guy, now I need the muscle, but is it one of those things? But I'm just going to take it as my top 4, and that's what I'm going to run with so I don't get too crazy here. And I'm going to go The Rock. Just like Hogan.
Wow!
They both just need to stop talking, period, right now. Just stop doing podcasts and let it be to where you guys were at. But The Rock, yeah, he's in my top. He Rock's in my top 3, so that's not surprising. So that's why I'm going to take him. He's made it. He went from the Attitude Era to the Ruthless Aggression Era, and he still comes back, and everybody likes to hate, but like, for the love of God, the music hits, and the fucking rafters fall out of the place still when that stuff hits when he gets out there, and he could get out there and throw 3 fingers up. That drives us all nuts as wrestling fans, but 4 million views in like an hour when he does it still. So like, The Rock is 4 for me. But The Rock Hogan WrestleMania match, all-timer, top 5 for sure. He wasn't the best in ring, but just the character and everything he did, the persona, the charisma, and everything else puts him in my top 5.
Maybe other than Ric Flair, he might have been the best showman in the ring. Like maybe his in-ring wasn't great technicality-wise, but I mean, if I need someone to sell something, I don't know if I'm calling anyone besides The Rock.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole people's elbow to everything. Take 10 minutes to do an elbow drop. Throw the... yeah.
Man,
I had these delusions that Rock was going to get back to 6. Well, first I had this delusion that HBK might make it, and then I was like, all right, took HBK. Maybe I'll get The Rock back at 6. No fucking shot.
No.
No fucking shot.
And what I love about The Rock is he can recreate. That's so like whether Rocky Maivia to the Rock, to when that began, the corporate Rock, Hollywood Rock, to even at 40, 50 years old, the final boss. He's still able to like transform into some new character that everyone tunes in to see. So
the best singer in WWE history, maybe.
Yeah, get that guitar out and go. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna repeat some of it, but oh yeah, good stuff.
The dude's main evented a WrestleMania in 3 different decades. I mean, how many fucking people could say that?
Don't worry, you can't repeat the stuff your guy used to say. I can't repeat the stuff that Hogan still says now.
Touche.
Shit. Oh man, this one's tough. This one's real tough because, I mean, Flair was always the one that you would take because 16-time world champ, most championship reigns of all time. And like, let's be real, Flair's probably like a 22, 23-time world champion. And some of these title reigns just aren't recognized for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Cena now is 17-time world champion. However, John Cena, his era was the worst wrestling era of all time. So I'm sure shit not fucking putting him in my fucking 4 Horsemen of Wrestling. But do I take Ric Flair here? That's the thing, because I am looking at someone else on this screen. As I've gotten older, I just appreciate his work ethic in ring, his character skills. He was just different. He was fucking just madness, is what he was, dude. He was insane, dude. Like, whether it was, and you want to talk about Mr. WrestleMania being Shawn Michaels, which was fine. And you want to talk about Hogan main eventing the first 9 of 10 WrestleManias or 8 of 9 WrestleManias. Dude, this dude Macho Man was just throwing down fucking banger after banger after banger at WrestleMania. Whether it was Ricky Steamboat at 3, winning the world title in the championship tournament at WrestleMania 4. Him and my God, Dustin Rhodes at WrestleMania 5 did it. And dude, the match that he had with Warrior in the UK, that match was he brought the Ultimate Warrior to his. No, I'm so sorry. Dusty was 6. Hogan and Macho Man was WrestleMania 5. Mega Powers exploding. That's my bad. But the match that he had Hogan at 5 and the match that he had with Warrior at 7, those were fucking phenomenal matches. And then who's going to forget how he took the title from Flair at 8, which should have been the main event. But Hogan did what Hogan does best, and he screwed Savage his whole fucking career. And if Hulk Hogan wasn't around, Macho Man might have had that spot. So I'm sorry, Flair. I'll let you get to Mike Dogg. Maybe you come back to me. Maybe you don't. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Macho Man as my second pick. Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
You got Maddie.
Fun fact, I got a Slim Jim autograph by Macho Man and Randy Savage.
That's cool as fuck.
Not to mention, if you're going to, how do you bring up Macho Man and not mention that he also had a banger rap album? How do you leave that out?
Didn't know he had a banger rap album.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, you got to go.
Oh,
you
didn't know?
That's the one where he goes after Hogan.
I did see. Yeah. I did see that. I did. Yeah.
But it's a whole album, and it's like there's literally like 15 songs on this album, so it's a full rap album.
Mike, did you think I was going to take the Macho Man there, or did you think I was going to take Flair?
I thought I won't. I'll say later. I actually thought I knew you were going to take, but
What'd you say?
I was going to take the Macho Man there, or if you thought I was going to take Ric Flair?
I didn't think either of those, actually.
Me neither.
Oh. So.
I'm not a fan.
And there you have
it. You know, I've never been the biggest fan of maybe the guy you're thinking of, but.
I got back-to-back picks right now.
Yeah.
You sure do, doggy.
I have back-to-back picks right now with Ric Flair and John Cena sitting there.
Yep.
At 6 and 7. People argue those guys as the GOAT. On the regular, they do. But I'm not going to go there.
Oh, swerve.
No, I am. I'm going to take Ric Flair.
I was like, Flair got to go at some point here.
I could have taken Flair, but I'm just being different.
Where's my pomp and circumstance playing? Shit. I couldn't find it.
Bum.
Where's pomp and circumstance?
Bum. Da-da.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that Ric Flair fell to this run. I mean, maybe the greatest Royal Rumble of all time in '92. I mean, maybe not. I didn't like that it decided the title. I'll always not be a fan of that per se. But
hey, he's in my top 4, and he just made it this far.
Well, we know we all go off your list for sure.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm the low guy on Hogan. That's why.
Well, to be fair, if you go to my article that I wrote on GameBreakerSports.com, look at my top 4, Ric Flair was in there, but I wanted to be different. Sorry. My apologies.
Look at team player, sake of the show.
I mean, yeah, Ric Flair, just an incredible fucking guy. I'll say this about Ric Flair. When I first got into wrestling, I was a little kid, 4 or 5 years old in the late 80s. And he was old as fuck then, I thought. And he continued to be old as fuck for 40 years and still put on fucking great wrestling shows. And, I mean, the king of the bloody ass white hair that, you can call it blonde all you want, but it was, old man white. I mean, Ric Flair, just a great. And then I'm going to take, this is actually my Make-A-Wish of him making it to hit this far. So I'm going to take Mr. Make-A-Wish, John Cena. I didn't even really want to. I'm not a huge John Cena fan, but I feel the value at 7 and having a top 3 of Hulk, Flair, and Cena is going to just, it's going to look good on a graphic.
That is good. Not good. That's you have the 2 guys who held the most world titles of all time and the GOAT. I mean, it's pretty formidable list that you got going right there. Should have probably. Let me ask you, if I took Flair, would Savage have got back to me? Who would you have taken with Cena on this swing here?
I think Savage might have gotten back to you. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't want to get cute with it and be like Bruno Sammartino or something like that. I thought that might have been getting cute, but I had other guys I was thinking about. I'll be honest. I don't think I would have taken Savage. But I love your Savage pick. I do. I think I would have not taken him and probably beat myself up about it, but I do love Savage. But you got to understand, like, if you're a Hogan whore like I am, as much as you're like, if Hogan wasn't there, but I was there with Hogan, and I was like, well, you just weren't good enough, Mach, Yeah, like that was it. I'll say Miss Elizabeth was maybe my first wet dream ever in life, and Miss Elizabeth is just like, he had the valet of valets, and I totally like, the jealousy thing was real, right? That was the cool part about it, is like he was kind of a cocksucker like that, and I think that I do love Macho Man for having that jealous rage, even though, like, if it was my daughter, I'd call him a piece of shit. But it wasn't my daughter.
He used to lock her in the locker room so no men could talk to her. And you know what?
Hold on.
I don't hate it.
Well, no, I mean, we're gonna disregard that. We're gonna, but obviously for due reason. Where did she die? Was it with a fellow wrestler partying?
Yeah.
I bet you her family wishes she was locked up by Macho Man still.
I'm just saying, if you think about it, right? Back in those days, it wasn't like it is nowadays, where half the locker room's women. Back in those days, how many women were actually in the locker? That's why I'm saying I don't hate it. Because in those days, you have one beautiful Miss Elizabeth, and you have 50 hardcore, nose-blowing, steroid-shooting motherfucking monsters, all right? Yo, hide behind fucking brooms, mops, hide behind fucking curtains, I'm fucking hiding you wherever the fuck, I don't fucking want this guy. Are you fucking kidding me? I see where he's coming from. It's not like it is now where these fucking people, they fucking the NXT locker room streets, they're fucking throwing each other around like they're fucking, you know what I'm saying, at a club and shit. Back in the day, how many women were back there? Not many.
So you don't think Miss Elizabeth got passed around?
I think later on she did, but not while Macho Man was locking her in the fucking closet when he went to the ring and shit. No, I think people probably thought Macho Man was too fucking crazy to deal with.
They all can.
I'd like to
damage those early.
I'd like to think she touched the little Hulkster.
I don't know. I don't think she ever did, to be honest with you. I don't know. Oh, but there's probably more.
Hogan.
All right, pick.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, this is true. Streetz is getting us off. Oh shit, it's my pick. Oh
Yeah.
man,
I'm gonna keep you out of trouble. Is what I'm gonna do. So pick.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't want the Undertaker. That's the thing.
I thought you were going there 5.
Although, I mean, there's only one character like him in the history of wrestling. I mean, sure, Kane came around later, but this man was undefeated for so many years. Give me the Undertaker. Yeah, it would be stupid to pass up him and Flair when I probably could have had him and Flair and Savage would still be out there. But yeah, give me the Undertaker. This man, I mean, there's only one Undertaker from the time he debuted at Survivor Series, beat Hogan for the belt a year into his career. The matches with Michaels at WrestleMania, the undefeated streak. That's a special talent right there. Locker room leader for 20 years.
He is. I just my biggest thing hating on Taker was he wasn't even his own mouthpiece for this first, for however long it was. Like, I don't know. And that doesn't take away from Brock as much because he's the phenom, I suppose, a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like that's part of it. If someone else has to sell you, I feel like it just. But the Taker was incredible. I'll say this though. Undertaker, the dead man himself, didn't scare me as a kid. He didn't. Paul Bearer, when I was a little kid, scared the shit out of me, bro. I'm not even lying to you. Like, he gave me weird, creepy vibes. And that was, as a kid looking back, dumb, but it was good shit.
It's fair.
Oh. This is where it gets. Now we're in like the
fun parts. We should have kept like the we should have taken Hogan, Austin, HBK off the list. Yeah.
I know.
We'll have other drafts, the IC belt drafts, tag teams,
guys who never won the title before.
Shit talker draft, where Undertaker doesn't fall in the top 500. Showing that out there.
This is all right. I got 2 picks here.
Yeah, you don't got to pick between them, buddy. You can think of both.
Let's do. It's tough. I still got like 4 guys. I'm gonna actually do someone in my eyes severely underrated. Another ruthless aggression guy here in the ring, as good as anyone, hands down. He could go toe to toe with anybody. On a mic, way better than I think people think or remember, for that matter. He could be funny. He could scream. He can do everything out there. The original Suplex City. I'm gonna go Kurt Angle.
You suck.
Yep.
I saw that coming. Yeah, good pick. Nice pick.
And then I'm gonna take the man who you knew this one was coming. Then the guy who's only fucking main event at WrestleMania for the last 10 years. And it's like I just said about the whole Jokic thing. He's not done yet, right? Obviously he's gonna. There's not much time left, but he's gonna be in and out for a few years.
Whoa!
And come back.
Are you assuming Ric Flair's done?
No, I'm taking Roman, the tribal chief, baby, Roman Reigns, who by far had the craziest run of this era. Biggest draw of this era. So yeah.
Great pick. These have been like 9 WrestleMania main events already.
Yep.
It's fucking insane, dude. Absolutely insane. Oh, that's a great pick. Ooh, last pick.
And it's great
This
seeing
one's-
it, especially since we were Tim, you were, I was. We loved him from day one, from the Shield come up. So even when they pushed him probably a little bit too early, I fucking hated when they booed him and all the mess that he had to go. 2019, I'd like to just forget. All of that, I knew that he was going to be great. And luckily, finally, it all clicked. The bloodline, Paul Heyman, and poof, magic was made. So
I wanted him to be with Paul Heyman at WrestleMania 31. If it were up to me, that Seth Rollins cash-in would have never happened. Paul Heyman would have turned on Brock, joined with Roman then. Roman got built up. Everything happened for a reason. It all worked out fine. But if it were up to me, Paul would have been with Roman 10 fucking years ago. But
yeah, that would have a decade together would have been crazy.
This one's tough. Oh man, this one's so tough.
Is Macho Man still there? Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, I should have just
He probably would have been. I would.
Damn, I could have probably got Macho Man in the 4th round instead of the 2nd round. I just need to make sure I got my guy. That's why I kind of want to get the American Dream Daddy. I want to take my guy Dustin Rhodes right here, man. He had such a good promo.
Ooh,
Such good stories, Daddy.
thing.
But I can't do it though. It's Daddy is such a good wrestler and
He made
legend.
that work.
Oh, he made everything work, Daddy. But I think the last guy I'm gonna have to take is I'm gonna have to take the guy who pushed my son Cody into the world championship picture, the guy who booked him into the world title match back to back WrestleMania, and well, he's the game, baby, and he's that damn good. And I'm gonna go ahead and take Triple H. He did it all. I mean, if you think about it, the fact that he was a blue blood fucking whatever he was in WCW with William Regal and Bobby Eaton to WWE as that Triple H, to the DX, the guy who he really was, to marrying the boss's daughter, having that much business sense in his head, to knowing he can get that push. 16 WrestleMania title match or something like that. Triple H. Give me Triple H. He's got all the accolades. He's still doing it behind the scenes. The man loves wrestling. Give me Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I debated him there, so that's the other one.
I'm honestly surprised I didn't even say this guy's name, but I'm surprised there's one guy who hasn't been mentioned at all yet. At all.
And I'm going to take him because he's the best there. I mean, I don't even want to say it just because.
I'm an HBK guy. I'm not allowed to take him. No matter, I don't care if we got
the worst
50,
part
I'm not
is
taking him.
I loved both of them. And I was like, no, why are they feuding? I was like, they're my guys.
I had fantasies of that's all.
I had fantasies of them leaving their tag teams and making a better tag team with Bret Hart and HBK. I loved them because when I first got into wrestling, I loved tag teams. I thought it was so cool to have, and there were such cool tag teams when I was a kid. Demolition was there, Hart Foundation, the Rockers. There were some cool ones. Road War. Were they the Road Warriors in WWF?
Legion of Doom, same shit.
Legion of Doom. Yeah. No, they're separate. But because I almost didn't want to take Bret Hart right here. I almost wanted to take Hollywood Hogan. Just to cement the fact that I had the number 1 pick and the greatest of all time. And I was going to be like, no, I am going to separate them. One I ate my vitamins for, and one I shit down your throat for, But yeah, Bret Hart sitting there. I mean, honestly, he could be the best technical wrestler of all time. He's great in the ring.
Yeah,
no
doubt, dude.
Except Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, hold on. Bret Hart, also the reason the Attitude Era started and existed, in my opinion, was because of Bret Hart. When he spit on Vinnie Mac seen the reaction it got, I mean, 17 million light bulbs went off in his fucking head. Bing, 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 bing. So Bret Hart has a very high importance on the greatest of, a wrestler for that reason. And again, the Canada push of all the great wrestlers in Canada come through Canada and Stu Hart's Dungeon. I mean, Bret's easily the best one of all those, don't you think?
Yeah, we got screwed out of like a later run out of him too, being able to return because of fucking Goldberg's dumbass.
Oh my God, we did get fucked. We got fucked.
Bret
Bret
Hart, too,
Hart
I'll tell
still
you.
might be wrestling.
Yeah, he hates him.
No, I got Bret Hart 8th of all time. He's definitely in my top 10 of all time.
So getting them 12 is
Who's your
value.
last? Who's your last?
As a matter of fact, I got Macho Man 10th of all time. So I got
10th
Bret
all
Hart
time.
higher
You
than
took him
Macho-
second or whatever. Fourth.
because I didn't want to miss him in this draft because I
That's
didn't
true.
think-
All right, get your guy.
You
That makes
psyched
sense.
yourself out.
Yeah.
So
I,
who you
I
closing
almost
with?
took him first, but I couldn't pass
Really?
Austin up. I couldn't lose Austin. Dude, Macho Man was special.
I wanted to take Stone Cold at 1. I did. I thought about it if I got one just to surprise you guys and force you guys to say his name. Say his name.
Well, you would have threw Tim.
I would-
off,
I
and
would
you
have
would've
taken
just said
Hogan
it,
too,
and
easily.
He just would have been shocked and went, "Huh." Who you taking last?
I wanted to throw the.
Oh, he's.
I wanted to throw the curveball. I did. I took Bret Hart.
You just took Bret Hart last. He
Oh
was-
no. I'm talking to Tim. You got one more, right?
No, we're done.
No, that's
Oh,
it.
we
right?
did it. Oh, okay, good,
That's it. That's it. We're done.
And this is why we're
perfect.
4 horsemen experts right here because we could barely count the 4. If we
You
got
start-
to 5, we'd be real lost.
The problem is when I start drafting, like, we could probably just do this for 3 hours, and before we know
Oh,
it, the
100%.
top 50.
not probably. We could do this for 3 hours. Shit. We should probably continue it one night. It's fucking a good time. Real good time.
The top 50 of all time drafted.
Don't tease me with a good time. We'll get 5 guys. We'll do 10 each. That sounds like a nice night.
You got to draft your own fucking. You could draft your own organization.
No shit.
No,
Take a
don't
couple
get him.
tag teams.
Don't get him
couple
that
women.
excited. He'll get.
Yeah. Don't.
He'll
I-
have
I'm-
divisions and
It's all moving
The
right
problem-
now.
main title, the mid
The
card.
problem- The problem is my list. 90% of guys will be dead already. They're fucking from 1987. You're like, it's gonna be all just.
Well, sadly, it's
Oh.
because that's the era that they all died, which steroids and cocaine, not a good combination. Not a good combination.
I'll be honest, though.
Like that.
Would you rather live 30 years like a rock star or 50 years of mediocrity? As I get older, I like the 50 years of mediocrity. But if you ask me in the wrestlers' heyday in the 20s and early 30s, I'm like, yeah, rock star me the fuck up right now.
Yep.
So
20-year-old me
I don't
would
blame
say
him one bit.
rock star baby.
Yeah.
That one. Now, old me is like,
Well,
maybe
yeah,
I calm down.
yeah, I'm like the 20-year-old me's like, I'll die at 50, no problem. As I'm 40 now, staring at 50, I'm like, ah.
Maybe I want to go to 80 now.
Yeah,
Let's calm down that
100%.
rock star thing.
Oh man,
We lost
I really
him.
liked your Roman Reigns pick, man. I seen who was left. I thought Bret Hart was left, Triple H was left. I thought there were some other guys too, and I was like, maybe Reigns falls to me because I thought Roman Reigns would fit my big gladiator. You know me, I'm Vinnie Mac, baby. Give me the big strong guys. None of this Daniel Bryan pussy bullshit. I want the fucking gladiators, the behemoths. The reason there's weight division in every other combat sport,
why I
but
hated Daniel
wrestling,
Bryan,
sure. The skinny guy can ankle lock me up and sure lock me up. Sure. You know, like not happening.
And Roman, like, man, he puts on good match. Like, that triple threat match, he might have stole the show in the ring out there, the stuff that he was doing too. So, like, he's got much better in a ring than just a 2-3 dimensional type guy.
You think it'd be weird if 40-year-old me asked Bret Hart to put the pink sunglasses on me still? I'm like, dude, for me, Bret, I've been waiting for this since I was 8 years old, kid. And he'd be like, listen, you fat fuck.
there's probably like 40 other 40-year-olds standing by you that want the glasses at the same time.
Yeah. And after I get it done, they're all sitting there chubbed up now. Fucking
That's his whole line at like a con when he signs autographs or something, is all 40-year-olds. So he knows his crowd. That's his angle right there.
I know, but I'm like, put it on me. Kiss my cheek. No, all right, maybe don't kiss my cheek part.
He ain't got the kids that are lining up to see Roman and those other guys.
So what do you guys think? Who's got the best
Yeah.
blood?
Y'all got smoked, dude. I mean, this looks bad. You could argue those could have been the first 4 picked.
There's only one way to do it.
AI.
We got to take it to X, and we're gonna
No, because
That's the only way
Hogan
to do
gets
it.
shit on. I lost all the black vote and most of the white vote right there.
or the
No
young
doubt.
vote.
You lost all the vote with Hogan. Well, maybe if we take it to, I bet if we take it to AI,
There you go. Take it to AI.
Mike Dogg's team wins for sure. If we take it to Twitter, ooh, that's a tough one between.
If we go to Twitter, I think Rock and Reigns right now. Like I think that's fucking. I don't think anyone beats that.
People don't like The Rock right now, though. That's the thing. People are very
that's
Rock
like the last 2 weeks, though. I mean, there's a bigger body of work here.
They all wanted him at Mania so bad. That they're just angry at him right now. And you know damn well, like if he shows up on Raw next week, everyone's gonna go, The Rock.
Right.
Oh, he's back.
They're not real
mad.
They're more like silly angry. Stop it.
Yes, hell yeah. I love it. Great time.
But
dude.
no, you are right.
Awesome.
Roman probably would own X just because that's the only reason.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know, but I do like the
A lot of young
I
people.
don't like. I love Hogan, Flair, and Cena. I mean, that's fucking.
Although, listen, if we go to X,
it.
Hogan's gonna get some mad love from some real right wingers on X. Let's just be honest here too. You know, he's gonna get some push. Elon might tweet me.
I will have to say though, you have Flair on your team, and Flair ate a lot of pins in his career. So we might have to have Flair eat the pin here in this match. So you might lose by default there.
I mean, he's for sure gonna have 7 razor blades stuck in his mullet up there, fucking slicing his shit up.
I just could have probably waited on Savage. What a bad pick. Oh,
hey, you know it was a good draft, and you're still beating it. Hey, I'll say this. Tim wanted this draft to get going Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and had to wait till Wednesday. So he was so hyped just to shit the bed. Just know that.
I thought you would take Savage at 6 or 7. I really did. I thought you were a Macho Man guy too.
I mean, he's awesome. He's not awesome. I'm not mad at the pick. I think he's a top 12 worthy pick. I just didn't think I was going to take him there at 5.
Definitely.
I don't think I'd have taken him 6 or 7. I think he would have been a late rounder.
I could have got him at 10. And I could have had Flair, but it's okay. It's all right. It's good stuff. But all right, fellas, this was a lot of fun. Do you guys have anything else on the draft or NHL hockey, WNBA before we get jetting out of here?
Nope, I'm gonna go eat. Dinner time. I got nothing. I'm not gonna watch. I'm definitely not watching NHL tonight. I can tell you that.
Does NHL on tonight?
I'm not watching Dynamite either. I'm not watching any of that. Last night I was watching NFL playoffs from last year, and then NFL Live a little bit last night. And then I found this. Tim will laugh at this though, because it's on YouTube TV and it's awesome. So when nothing is on, I've actually been watching old TNA. They just replay like TNA all day. It's awesome.
That's why you took Kurt Angle, huh?
It has something to do with it, like because that era of TNA, I don't know why I never watched it. It was actually fucking awesome. Like that
was really good. It really was.
But it's cool that I get to go back, and I saw Steiner Matt. They replay that like all the time on this, but fun stuff. So I'll probably watch that. No NHL.
It is.
Little NBA I probably will, but
we got 2 NBA games tonight, 2 NHL games tonight. We always got the dog with us. There it is. Hell yeah. Mike Dogg, you got anything before we get out of here?
Good draft, gentlemen. Fun times as always. Can't wait till next week. Next week, be back. Same time, same channel.
Yes, hell yeah. Can't wait out.
Enjoy Dynamite, Tim.
Dynamite should be okay tonight. I'm gonna go enjoy that white cottage pizza I'm about to order when we get it.
Oh, that's rub it in, you son of a bitch.
I knew it. Had to go off of that. I'm gonna go eat leftovers. He's like, I'm gonna get this nice pizza. I'm gonna go eat.
How you doing? That's all I gotta say on that.
Maybe I gotta get a pizza now.
Go get a pizza. Hey, you're so good. You can just whip one up with your hands. Just spin it up really quick, Streetz.
A little whip it up.
Spin it up really quick.
Is that
all right, guys? Joke? It's a little bit. I'm on.
We're back, by the way.
Episode 3 of season 5 of The Sopranos.
I'm glad that Italian heritage is back and strong. Columbus Day is back. What? Italian heritage is back. We're good.
Oh Jesus.
A lot of people
Favorite Italian wrestler of all time? Go.
Bruno Sammartino.
Good pull. I was gonna say Big Vito, so I was way off.
I will say Julia.
Oh, there you go. Good pick. Good pick, Streetz.
Half Italian, half Japanese. Man, gorgeous, but
how you doing? All right, boys. Until next time, same, like Mike said, same time, same channel, different draft. Tune in. Have a great night.
What's that?
I've got something for you.
You're gonna love my nuts. Why?